So if you're watching this video, chances are you've seen this one by a guy called Toxic Gaming. Now don't go anywhere because I'm about to blow your mind here with this revelation. Dispel the false prophet, if you will. Just stick with me, grab something to drink, because trust me, you need to know this, especially if you're actually looking to get the best graphical fidelity out of your Skyrim game. So this video, it's about 2 years old now, has 5.8 million views, and if you're anything like one of the thousands of enthusiastic people in the comments, you were probably fooled by it. I know I was. I mean, just look at it. It's got all the elements of a viral video. And by the way, I didn't realize it at the time, but it turns out that there are actually 2 of these videos. I mean, check this out. The dude's got basically the exact same thumbnail minus a different set of armor. He does the same thing, walks around for 15 minutes, and look at the title. Literally the exact same. So if you're seeing footage that looks different from what you saw, or it looks vaguely familiar but you don't remember it, or I'm cutting in footage of 2 different videos, that's why. Skyrim LE Ultra Modded 4K! Are those exclamation marks? Not 1. Not 2. 4? Oh, bloody hell! No smoke and mirrors here. A highly saturated green thumbnail with shiny modded armor and the royalty-free Universal 4K logo, upscaled 4K YouTube resolution, After Effects processing up the wazoo. All those things are fine. I and everyone else on YouTube do the same thing all the time. It makes videos look more professional, so I get it. But the moment that you tell me that you have, quote, best next-gen graphics, you better have some strong evidence or big cojones to back that up. Because I have the best next-gen graphics, and I have both. Not only that, but I make use of the automated Wabbajack installer so that you can quickly and painlessly have them too. Now if you're sold already, link is first thing in the description below. But I strongly advise that you do your due diligence and allow me to prove to you that my mod list does in fact have the best next-gen graphics available, and that you more than likely should be using it. So what exactly is wrong with this guy's video? Well, there's a lot, from the impossible 4K claim, to the low resolution textures, and even the version of the game. In short, there's a lot being hidden from you while you're staring at the cube mapped armor, physics, and JK cities. These things are quite easy to add, really. In fact, let me do that now with my mod list. There. It's shiny, has physics, and the towns look different. Oh, and while I'm at it, here's the black bars, LUTs filter, and royalty-free Celtic music.
Alright.
So let's start with the first implied claim. You can run the best Skyrim graphics at 4K native resolution. False, I say! Even if this guy is running native 4K and not upscaling his 1440p footage in post like I believe, he would have to be making a lot of visual sacrifices to do so, especially on his 2080 Ti video card, which he claims to have used in the description. But Elias, he is making texture sacrifices. Go away, future me, I'm getting to that. For comparison, my BMS mod list that you're seeing makes no sacrifices to texture and model quality, quite literally handpicking the best models and textures. And you want to know the performance? In visually heavy scenes, BMS achieves a smooth 60 FPS 1440p native resolution. Wait for it, on an RTX 3090. That's right, even though this video is 4K on YouTube, the gameplay footage of BMS is running at 1440p. No horse blinders here. And may I say, it looks damn good doing it. Now I know that not everyone out there has a 3090, far from it, Good news is, you can expect similar performance from the RX 6000 series due to their increased 16 gigabytes of RAM. Best of all, RTX 2070 or equivalent cards like the 1080 Ti can achieve similar performance with 2K compressed textures. I provide instructions for doing that, and it's really easy. The point here is that playing 60 FPS with the best Skyrim visuals at 4K is simply not possible. At least not right now. You will need the best GPU available to squeeze Ultra 1440p or compressed 4K at 60 frames per second. It all has to do with the archaic nature of the game and its unoptimized utilization of assets. That fact is simply unavoidable. All that being said, regardless which route you choose, BMS will still look amazing and rival modern titles out there. And it will certainly look better than the few mods this guy put together. Probably because it's taken a year and a half of development! Next, the textures. Now, the enthusiast in me wants to rant about how these are toxic gaming's most egregious offenses, but in all fairness, I really can't fault the guy for not having the time to go through every single texture mod on Nexus and cross-referencing every texture to find the absolute best for each game object. I mean, he's got a lot of GTA videos to make, and who on earth has the time to just sit in their room and look at File Explorer and Photoshop windows for 6 months? I mean, this type of person would just have to be the biggest turbo geek waste of space on the planet. Probably has no life, no friends, no girlfriend, no kids at home. Oh God, what am I doing with my life? Yeah, I did that. 6 months straight, staring at files I wanted to rip my retinas out. Yep. I see. Going from a sheer resolution perspective, option B seems to be the way to go, but given the lighting conditions and the scenes present where this texture is typically found, I'd say that the actual better option to go with is... luckily though, me being the Christ figure that I am, I took up those burdens and laid them on myself. So that you don't have to suffer like I have. Seriously, just use BMS and save yourself the suffering. And with that save time, I don't know, maybe go out and meet some real ladies instead of creating virtual waifus. Yes, I'm looking at you, generic Skyrim modder number 3. So the point is, with BMS, you are actually getting the best textures and meshes available, all cross-referenced and filtered for ultimate visual synergy. I mean, just look at these comparisons. This versus this. This versus this. Or this versus this. You start seeing the big picture yet? No brainer, right? Moving on. Skyrim LE Ultra Modded 4K. LE. I swear it, if I hear another ignorant individual on the internet spit the same long, outdated nonsense about Skyrim Legendary Edition being the best version of Skyrim to mod, I'm going to have an aneurysm. No, it's not. I've modded both versions of the game extensively over the last 8 years. One is definitely superior, and no, it's not an objective opinion, it's an objective fact. If you want the most stable, most community supported, most extensively moddable, best performing version of the game, you need to have Skyrim Special Edition. But Elias, my favorite curvilicious body from 2012 only exists on Legendary Edition. Port it over. But Elias, my favorite SKSE dependent mod is on Legendary Edition and I can't port it. I feel you. Enhanced Camera and Familiar Faces were both really great mods, but they're not worth the trouble. Someday someone will recreate them. But Elias, I'm from Botswana and I make 50 cents a month and I can't afford Skyrim Special Edition. Well, in that case, excuse my privileged nature, this is quite literally your only legitimate excuse not to be using Skyrim Special Edition. As for the rest of you 99%, get Special Edition on a Steam sale for half off if you have to. It's not worth resolving stability and memory related issues on the old version. Not to mention lacking light ESP file support. I can talk all day about all the things that BMS does to make it the most superior graphical solution for Skyrim. Things like minute texture edits, color corrections, mesh improvements, and regular updates. But at this point, I think the footage and development time really speak for themselves. Also, I don't believe that you want to sit here for the next hour listening to me blab on. It's time for you to test it out for yourself and form your own opinions. It's free and easy to install, then modify as you wish. There is literally no risk in trying it out. Link is in the description. Big thanks to all my patrons that make my videos and BMS possible. You guys rock, really. If you like BMS, please consider supporting me, like the video, subscribe, leave a comment telling me what you think, join our awesome Discord community, and tell me your thoughts on BMS there. Then check out these other relevant videos I've made. I'll catch you in the next one.